Yeah, 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 yeah.
They say it like in a lot of music,
Used to trust you with everything, every emotion and thought process to validate my pathway. Which way I was going, questioning my future. Seeing the result of excuses, not going 100% the same. Why things don't ever go my way. To make a compromise, knowing damn well if I had to change. Lucky coin toss, the wish I made before flipping them into the water. Wouldn't even spring into reality without the hard work. The insatiable appetite for what feels so far away, but I can't feel it in my soul, like it's close to my personal space. Persons and personality would change. I tried like a trial, training program, every day's a new vow. 5,110 days, plus some spare change to count how many I've been chiseling in. Rock a stone vices like sediments, embedded my vices. The type of love is here, no typical typo. Fuck typing shit, it's a product of my environment. And what I grew through from growth of Cupid arrows, white doves, they shot up. Deserted each other after release, they let go. To fly up above with grace, they wings flutter. In the distance like dissonance, words of a poet. We both were in spirit with the fill in the cavity. To my smile, Nemo Colgate fluorides to have memories dissipate. And my smile like the sun shining sums up the amount of change. Odds will separate, guess love is currency. Electric wire shot to my connection from my brain. Through DSL backwards, this was supposed to be a PS, but you was really acting like a piece of shit. For that shit when the ship said sell quick. If this was a transaction, then I'd be a sales rep who had the customer sell him instead of what I knew was fate and karma. Bitch was still bitching and mad bad, even with no deception and uncertainty. Vocalized through actions, took the form of words I didn't measure because I didn't want to accept what happened. Involved with a hierarchy, the top leadership belittling through snark remarks. Afraid of change and individualism on each person's part. Micromanaged through talking and credit and taking credit for others' actions. Not yours from the input you barked inside of the ear. So you could feel you did that shit biting the hand that fed. Until the hand did it out of empathy and fear of your habits. You habituate, you give to expect to receive. You don't want to teach everyone what you know and be. To help them for growth, a mainframe mentality. Tell them spend the money because you've done it before. Using guilt trips as reason, no accountability for the need to breathe. Contradictions talking out of conceit, saying you wouldn't be here if you accelerated on your own dreams. Excuses, over explanation. Showed overexposed need for validation. A weak point when you talk down to others because it shows how you self-internalize instead of building up. Others only my eyes can read between the lines. Others.
I think a lot of the great musicians, jazz musicians especially, did a lot of that. I think when I was young, I thought I knew everything. And that led to being a confident person, and it led to a lot of material because I believed in everything I was doing. Then at some point you hit a wall and you start repeating that over and over, or you don't. And if you're not going to, then you kind of have to say to yourself, I now have to forget everything that I thought was bond and everything that I thought was the way. And the pattern that I was emulating and what I was copying and all that, my blueprint for every building that I built, I'm gonna have to try something else. And that is a scary place for a lot of artists, especially in a professional environment, where you're making this based on money and you have something that works.